Ignition. Liftoff.
Falcon 9 has cleared the tower.
Ten, 9, 8,
Side booster ignition.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Pressurized for launch.
Falcon 9's in startup.
So there we heard the call out. Falcon 9 is in startup. The onboard flight computers have taken over the launch countdown.
T-minus 45 seconds. I'll just go for launch.
There we heard it, our final go for launch today. At this point in time, we are green for today's launch. Let's listen in to the terminal count and watch as Falcon 9 takes
30 seconds.
our stack of Starlink satellites into orbit.
T-minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. And liftoff.
Vehicle is pitching downrange.
Stage 1 chamber pressure is nominal.
There we see Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station, carrying our stack of Starlink satellites into orbit. There we just heard that power and telemetry are all nominal. We're going to throttle the engines down in preparation for max Q. And this is the largest structural load that the vehicle will see during ascent, so slowing the vehicle down a little helps during that short period. Max Q coming up here in just a couple of seconds.
Max Q.
There we heard the call out for max Q. Now, in about a minute, the next three events will be happening back to back. First, we have main engine cutoff, or MECO, and that's where all 9 of the M1D engines that are currently firing will shut down. And this will help slow the vehicle down in preparation for stage separation, which is event number 2.
Stage 1 is following a nominal trajectory.
And as the name suggests, stage sep is where the first and second stages will separate from each other.
Phone, keys, wallet, Kleenex tissues, made 3 layers strong.
And the first stage will start to make its way back down to Earth for landing on our drone ship, while second stage continues its journey with the third event, SES-1, or Second Engine Start 1. This is where the MVAC engine will light up and begin to propel the second stage along with those Starlink satellites to orbit. And that main engine cutoff event is taking place in about 10 seconds. Great shot there of the vehicle prior to MECO.
Main engine cutoff.
Stage separation confirmed.
All right, all 3 of those events happening in quick succession prior to MVAC ignition there that you see. Caught a glimpse of, oh, and on the left-hand side of your screen, you can see the Space Coast illuminated by the night lights. That's an awesome shot. there as we see the grid fins beginning their deployment. So everything looking great there on second stage.
Bearing separation confirmed.
We heard the verbal call out, and
Both
there on your
vehicles are
screen you can
following
see.
nominal trajectories.
All right, great news all around. We had fairing separation. Those we'll be attempting to recover those using our recovery vessels. Then we heard everything looking nominal for both first and second stages. It's dark on the left-hand side of your screen there as the Space Coast night lights fade out of view, but that first stage is going to be coming back down and making a landing. And in order to do so, it'll be executing 2 burns in order to make that drone ship landing. The first burn is the entry burn, where 3 of the M1D engines will reignite. This will help to slow the stage down as it re-enters the upper part of the Earth's atmosphere. The second burn is the landing burn, and that is
Acquisition of signal, Bermuda.
and that is a single engine burn where we will reignite the center engine, and that will help bring the vehicle speed down rapidly in order to make a soft landing on our drone ship. Of course, I still love you.
Stage 1, entry burn startup.
All right, so this 20-second burn has just begun, and you can see that there on the left-hand side of your screen. If you look closely, you might be able to see those grid fins actuate to assist
Stage 1, entry burn shutdown.
steering of that stage 1, and as you just heard, shutdown of that entry burn. That is the
Both
first
vehicles
of
continue to follow nominal trajectories.
2 burns that first stage will perform today. Good news there that both vehicles are following nominal trajectories. And that landing burn out. There we have a shot of the drone ship holding position in the Atlantic Ocean.
Stage 1, landing burn startup.
And there we can see the lights beginning to illuminate the platform and the waters around.
Stage 2 has entered terminal
Stage
guidance.
1, landing leg deploy.
Okay, let's see if we're able to stick this landing. Looks pretty good. There we can see the first stage has landed. This marks the
Stage 2 FTS is saved.
This marks the 74th successful recovery of an orbital class rocket and the 5th recovery for that particular booster that you see there. So that's all great news for the first stage. Turning our attention to the second stage there. It's like we may have lost our, oh, there we go. There's the view back as we're going to be passing over Tasmania. Great sunlit shots there. At this point, the second stage has begun to spin a little bit so that the Starlink satellites have momentum to space out after deployment. You can actually see that spin if you look there on your screen. I'm hearing we might lose that ground station signal
Pilot separation confirmed.
prior to deployment. Oh, but there we heard the call out, and we can see it on the screen. We've got deployment of this batch of Starlink satellites. There you can see that they are slowly separating. We ended up losing that signal, but just after that deployment. So as you might have noticed, they did begin to start slowly separating.